Q Country 102.9 presents Roosday Tuesday, a weekly discussion with SUNY Canton men's basketball head coach Ben Thompson, giving you the inside scoop on all things SUNY Canton basketball. Q Country 102.9, it is that time again. Roosday Tuesday. Joining me in the studio is coaching staff from the SUNY Canton men's basketball team. Ben Thompson joining me in the studio along with Rick Thompson and Matt Spencer. They've all had a hand in really sculpting this team, getting ready for the regular season. We've got a game coming up November the 8th against Cornell. That'll be streamed on ESPN Plus. We'll get some more information as we go along. But Coach Ben Thompson, this season, it starts Thursday against Division I Cornell, and you haven't announced your starters yet. Are you hiding them from your players, from the Cornell roster? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, we're not hiding the starters. We just haven't decided who they are yet. So it's been really good. Guys have really competed, new guys and old guys alike. And so we've kind of got a good problem in that, there's not 5 distinct guys. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guys that have really worked hard in practice and could see minutes and time and could start. So we're going to kind of hone those in over the next few days. I don't necessarily think that we'll have the same starting lineup every game, just because so many guys have earned it and worked for it. And so we'll tinker with the lineups a little bit and just trying to find the best chemistry and kind of who plays together, who best starts, who best comes out the bench. And, there may be a situation where some guys that come off the bench actually play more minutes than some starters. So we'll kind of see how that goes over the next few days and weeks.
Also got Coach Matt Spencer in here with us today. And Matt, you actually played for the SUNY Canton Kangaroos when you attended college, played on a team that had a lot of success. What is the team like this year compared to the seasons that you had when you were a player? And what's important going into this season?
Yes, I played for Canton for 2 years, and I think the biggest and most important thing is just paying attention to each detail. Practices should be played a lot harder than games, so we're asking the guys to focus every single drill. They need to be playing hard, running hard, and doing the things that we ask of them. And over time, just understanding the offense and the defense. There's a lot of things that go into it. A lot of important aspects, and I think just understanding how to run our system is most important for the guys that are young and trying to learn how to play the game at this college level.
So you're a little bit younger than Coach Ben and Coach Rick. Do the players, do they connect to you a different way? Do you kind of hear the chatter that they don't say around Coach Ben? And how excited are they before the season is starting?
Yeah, they love to kind of joke around. I think as, coming into this new season, it's important to kind of feel loose and feel free, but also to focus up. We do have a lot of good connections with our guys, and they come to me if they don't understand some things that Coach is trying to say. So the excitement is definitely there. Last year, we had a few hiccups early in the year, but I don't see any of those problems happening this year. The chemistry, we're building chemistry, and it's looking really well for us. And, once we start getting to play other opponents, I think that's when we'll see how our true potential will be as this team.
This is a team that you played for. I know that at the end of last season, you said something about trying to get this team back to what you call the glory days. And you joked to them about saying, we've got steps to take before we can get there again. What do you think the expectations are for this team? What are their strengths?
I think our biggest strength is our talent. We are loaded. We're really big. We have obviously our 7-footer with Andrew Fitch, who's improved a ton. Joey Werner's coming in as our captain, one of our 3 captains, and it's really just improved from a leadership standpoint, something we didn't have last year. So I think having that, someone that the guys can go to and look upon and look to see how the work ethic is supposed to be there, I think that's what's really big. Once we get into conference play, I think that's when we'll really see our true potential. But for right now, I think we need to focus on each game, taking it day by day, and seeing where that can take us.
Yeah, right now we can talk all about expectations. We could have an hour-long segment talking about expectations, but what we do have coming up on the schedule is your upcoming game. The season starts November 8th against Cornell on ESPN Plus. I want to talk a little bit more about that, and I do want to talk to Rick Thompson, so we're going to do that as we continue Roosday Tuesday when we come back after this. Don't go anywhere. Q Country 102.9 presents Roosday Tuesday, a weekly discussion with SUNY Canton men's basketball head coach Ben Thompson, giving you the inside scoop on all things SUNY Canton basketball. Q Country 102.9 continuing Roosday Tuesday on the microphone in the studio with me now, Rick Thompson, father of head coach Ben Thompson. You've got a good chance to look at these guys at the beginning of every season. What does the team look like right now going into our season opener against Cortland November 8th?
It's a big change to go from high school and then here you are on the college level, whatever it is, D1, D2, D3. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of these young men that we're going to be dependent on this year, you know, they've been through that, they've had that experience, and hopefully they can relay some of that information to some of these newer ones. I think a positive that we have also this year, we've got about 3 transfers that have come in from junior colleges and are very experienced, very talented. So we didn't have that last year. We've got to figure out the combination that works best, as Coach Thompson's already said, both starting and coming off the bench.
So in your experience coaching, and how many years experience do you have?
I coached 28 years on the high school level.
Okay, so with your experience coaching, there's this period of time where the expectations build. You haven't played a regular season game yet. What's the biggest risk that you don't want to see players do before the season? Is setting expectations too high something that gets a little bit dangerous? What do you like to see from your men before the season?
Well, I think as a coach, you like to see your team gradually improve. I mean, of course, this is a big game for us Thursday night. You know, it's the first time that SUNY Canton's ever competed against a D1 school. So we're building towards that, and sometimes the excitement level is there, but you've got to be able to have that grow each and every practice, each and every game, to that final goal, which is making the NCAA. That's what all college teams hope to do.
All right, so big game coming up, season opener this Thursday against Cornell. Now, SUNY Canton, D3, Cornell, D1. A lot of the times I've seen before the regular season really gets started, teams will play a game against some competition that's a bit lower to get their confidence up. You're going the total opposite direction. You're playing a D1 team. What are you expecting from your guys, and what would you like to see going into this contest?
Energy. It'll be Cornell's second regular season game, their home opener, and our guys are energetic, excited about it. But the reality is the team that's going to win the game, whether it's a Division III or Division I, is the team that makes the fewest mistakes. And so we've got to make less mistakes than them. We've got to play harder than them. We've got to be more disciplined than them. So those are all things that we've worked on. And so we kind of have a blueprint. One of my friends and mentors is Ryan Odom, who's the head coach at UMBC, and they were the 16 that beat UVA the one last year in the NCAA tournament. So I've had some good discussions with him on, how you kind of build a blueprint for an upset. And so those are some things that we're doing, and he provided some good insight there. I spoke to him yesterday. Our guys are just kind of locked in and focused right now. And, at the same time, we also don't want to forget about Morrisville State on Saturday, who's our home opener and our season opener as well. So, it can be kind of difficult sometimes. You have to prepare for 2 teams at once. Mm-hmm. But our guys are really excited and working hard.
Well, it's no secret that Cornell is a D1 school. These guys probably have more of a talent pool to pull from. What have you noticed while watching some tape on this team?
Yeah, they're pretty disciplined. They run a lot of really good stuff. They're starting to play a little bit faster than when he first got there, Coach Earl. They've got a senior point guard in Matt Morgan who, after his sophomore and junior year, both years, declared for the NBA draft and went to the combine, and then was able to pull out and come back to school. So, he's one of the best players in the country. It doesn't matter, what conference they're in. Yeah. And they're in the Ivy League. And, so they have some really good players. He's kind of led them. For people in this area, Boeheim's son is also on the team. So people will probably recognize that name. But there's a lot of really good players on their team, and they're tough, they're physical. So it's something that we're going to have to match up with and try to, contain those guys.
Yeah, so do you have a plan going forward, or is your plan been mostly just to try to stop one player and then hopefully things line up?
We do have a plan, but I'm not discussing it on the air.
Okay,
no, I'm just playing. We do have a plan, and that's one of the things that I spoke with Coach Odom about. You've got to be really focused on your plan, and you can't stop everything as much as we would like to. You can't stop everything, especially when you're playing a Division I. So we've got to be comfortable in some of the things that we're going to give up and allow, and just kind of have to limit those those things and have those things be the things that can't beat you. And so we've done a lot of research and watching film on them, on the areas that they're really successful at, and we've kind of honed in on the things that we'll allow and the things that we give up and the things that we won't. And so if we can do a really good job there and out-rebound them, get back in defensive transition, those will be big areas of focus for us.
All right, so Matt, back to you. I said that you've played on this team before. You know what it's like, the home opener for your season. How big is it to get a good audience there, and how big is it to show out for them?
Oh, it's huge. Back when I played, I know the stat that we went undefeated at home our senior year. So I think that, for us, that was big in terms of bringing in fan attendance. When it comes to the first home game of the year, you want a lot of the fans to be able to show up. The community hopefully will be able to come and support. When the guys are making big plays, the fans are cheering loud. I think that gives guys more energy when they're out and playing hard. They're seeing the fans are cheering for them. So I think, going our first home game, I think we'll see a lot of good fans and hopefully a lot of good cheering.
That's your phenomenal coaching staff from SUNY Canton men's basketball. Ben Thompson, Rick Thompson, and Matt Spencer joining us for your Roosday Tuesday. Home opener for the Kangaroos, November 10th against Morrisville State, and then again November 13th against Paul Smiths. But do remember that you can stream this game against D1 Cornell on ESPN Plus. That game happening Thursday, November 8th. Ben, where can we stream this game if we do choose?
Yeah, so you can sign up for it on ESPN. I think there's a free monthly subscription, or you can do it for longer if you want. But if you have Roku or a smart TV or Xbox, PlayStation 4, you can get ESPN and stream it live on your television, or you can just watch it on your computer as well.
What time is the game?
7 p.m.
So 7 p.m. November 8th. Remember to stream as SUNY Canton takes on Cornell on ESPN Plus. This has been your Roosday Tuesday edition. Thank you so much for coming in, guys.
Go Roos!